name's Antoine Lefebvre and I teach PE and science. The route I took into teaching was following the PGC route where I studied at Southampton University.
My name is Beth Hookey. I teach English at John Hanson Community School and I qualified as a teacher through the GTP route.
Hi, my name is Patrick Holmes. I'm a PE teacher and my route into teaching was Postgraduate Certificate of Education.
My name is Kaz Armstrong. I teach English 11 to 16 and I came into teaching through the assessment only route.
Hi, I'm Matt Allett. I'm a science teacher, or now I'm a science teacher. My route into teaching was through the Troops for Teacher programme. It's an adaptation of the graduate training programme.
Whilst I was at university, I did university part-time for my undergraduate degree. I started working for a children's charity and I started coordinating a young carers project back in Wolverhampton. And I was so passionate about the work that the charity did, but week on week, the children and the families that we were involved with and helping, I realised that it was teachers and it was education and it was schools that had the biggest impact on their lives, and I wanted to be that positive influence in young people and children's lives.
When I was at school, I really enjoyed PE and my PE teachers were a great influence on me. When I went to uni then, I did sports coaching and I really enjoyed working with children and seeing the progress they could make in their skills. And I thought a good way for me to develop that would be to take that into teaching. So I did a few placements then back at my old school and I managed to get onto my postgrad, and from there I've just really developed the love for just improving people's skills and just seeing the progress they can make over time.
So when my daughter finished university, I was able to go back to the OU and complete my degree in English. And whilst I was doing that, I worked full-time, initially as a cover supervisor, and then joined John Hanson on their training programme. So I worked as an unqualified teacher for a period of time in 2 different schools, and that enabled me to then go the assessment-only route after finishing my degree.
So before I went into teaching, I did a lot of coaching. I spent 3 years as a teaching assistant. I think that sort of time period, that time where I was a teaching assistant for 3 years prior to becoming a teacher, was absolutely invaluable.
I was getting to the stage in my old career. Obviously I was in the army previously. I'd spent a lifetime working with young people and it sent a natural progression to look into teaching. I went for a couple of works experience in various colleges and primary schools, and I decided no, that's really what I wanted to do. I wanted to make a clean break and I wanted to make a difference.
John Hanson is a really friendly environment to work in. All the staff are so caring and supportive and encouraging you to help you be the best teacher that you can be.
The staff are really friendly and there's a good ethos around the school, and I think it's a very good community environment. Very supportive staff as well, which is really good.
Came into my graduate training programme, Troops for Teacher. I knew nothing about teaching, and really within 4 to 6 months, the supportive culture and the professional culture that I received at John Hanson has enabled me to develop into an effective and good teacher.
I love the community spirit here. I love the diversity of the students. I love the fact that it's the real world, that the children come, the students come from so many different backgrounds. They are all individual. They all have their own challenges.
The support they give you as an NQT was absolutely excellent. Any questions I had, any support I needed, it was there. The monitoring process, the observations were all there as a supportive role, rather than saying that your lesson was this, that or the other. It was always about, right, excellent, now you need to work on this. It was always something to develop and work on.
I love the department, the faculty I work in. It's a very close-knit team, it's very structured, it's very organised, and I find the school incredibly supportive in everything I've wanted to do.
John Hanson has helped me with regards to my teaching. I've been allowed to go on to different training programs. As I've mentioned before, I'm teaching PE and science, so I was trained at Southampton University through the PGC route as a PE teacher. but there was an opening up in the science department, which is where I've managed to put my feet in a door. I now teach about 80% science, 20% PE, so again there's an opportunity there. At the end of the day, I'm a teacher first, the subject comes second, so the fact that I'm teaching both PE and science, it really hasn't bothered me, and in fact I absolutely love teaching science now as much as I do love teaching PE.
I've been encouraged and directed to go to external training. I spent days in other schools, including primary schools, as well as specialist schools and schools where G&T students, for instance, and their processes excel. So I've been able to go in and experience all of that, monitor that. I've also been sent by the school to the Dove Academy, which caters for children outside of the mainstream school. So I've had a very wide training and support from the school. John Hanson has actively encouraged and promoted all of that.
Every Wednesday they meet in terms of newly qualified teachers and also those that are training, talking through and improving your practice. And I found it a very collaborative approach. And you've not been seen, or if you like, categorised as different. The sort of NQTs and the trainees have pretty much been held in exactly the same shape as all the other teachers, which I think is a really good professional way forward.
All the staff help each other out, so really willing to help each other out with ideas for teaching, and also covering each other for clubs. Anything like that would work really well as a team. I've been allowed to go on different courses, so I've been on a course to develop my BTEC knowledge, which has really helped with my classroom teaching.
It's been a brilliant school for training. I've learnt so much here and was able as a result to pass my assessment only very comfortably, and to come out of it as in my training as an NQT who's now on a fast track and will complete that in 2 terms.
They've been really, really supportive, offering me training courses. For example, I went up to York and did a 1-week training course up there at the National Science Centre, which was just excellent, which gave me exposure to excellent ideas of planning, preparation, new practicals, and safety, of course, with regards to teaching students inside a science lab.
So I started at John Hanson and worked here as a cover supervisor before I was promoted to unqualified teacher. During my time at the school as an unqualified teacher, the support structures in place, I couldn't have asked for anything better. The teaching staff were really supportive, helped me with my planning, helped me with my marking, helped me with my organisational skills so I could meet the demands of being a teacher and really prepare myself for the rigours of the GTP. My next step as a teacher is to become the best classroom practitioner that I can be. And I feel at John Hanson I will have the opportunity to become an outstanding teacher consistently. That's my aim.
This year I've been fortunate to have a cross-school role in Able, Gifted and Talented and Literacy Coordinator. Both of those not only it's making me a better classroom practitioner, but it's also allowing me the opportunity to develop my skills from a cross-school perspective. Where I want to go next, really the next 2 or 3 years, really the focus is in developing my craft in the classroom, and I want to go into a job that's going to allow me to do that. And I think here's a good place to do that. Looking to the future, I want to move back up to the north of England where there are a number of failing schools, and I hope to make a difference there.
I really enjoy the pastoral side of teaching, so being a form tutor. I think eventually I'd like to become a head of year down the line, maybe in 5 to 10 years' time. I think that would be my ultimate goal. But at the moment I'm really just enjoying being a PE teacher and just enjoying actually working with the pupils and just, like I said earlier, seeing that progress that they're making.
My ultimate goal within the profession, I mean, I'm absolutely delighted to be head of year at the moment. It's something that actually I always kind of knew I wanted to go down and dreamed of becoming, and I've become it very, very quickly on in my career, and I'm really happy where I am at the moment. I think possibly 5 or 6 years down the line I might be looking at, for example, climbing the ladder a little bit with regards to the pastoral route, maybe becoming a child protection officer. Possibly it's looking at behaviour within a school. Possibly the assistant head role could be of interest.
There are a couple of thoughts I would have for people who are moving from the British Army or industry back into teaching. Is you need to be prepared to start and learning your craft at the bottom, but remembering you've got a lot of wider skills that you can actually contribute. But you have to be prepared for that. It really is hard work. It's quite a shock at the start in terms of you're facing 30 kids every hour or however long the lessons are, and the actual learning of your craft within the classroom is much more challenging than you might think it is, and you need to be prepared for that. I also think you need to choose your school with care and make sure it's matched to your own style. Make sure you feel comfortable, and make sure most definitely that your professional mentor, both in school and at university, are well matched, and you know that you're going to get on with them, because that's going to be quite critical in your development in the first year. So make sure that you choose the school and the university or the initial training provider very carefully.
Okay, so I think if you were considering going into teaching, it is a very hard profession. It does involve a lot of work, but it can be very, very rewarding in terms of seeing how much progress pupils are making. There are a lot of enjoyable moments. You'll see a lot of smiles from pupils, and especially in PE, it happens all the time. The kids are really enjoying their lessons, really enjoying the extracurricular side of school as well. So you get to see pupils develop, not just within their skills, but as people over time, which is really, really rewarding.
Don't underestimate the amount of work that's involved with teaching. It's a big job. It's very much changed from 10, 20 years ago. The kind of walking in at 9, walking out at 3. It's certainly not that. Expectations are really, really high. But pushing all that to the side, for me, it has to be the most rewarding job. Every single day is different. There's no day that's the same. And you're working with children. These are people's children, and it's an amazing experience. And yes, you have high points, you have low points, but you're with colleagues who are all there for the same reason, because they absolutely love the profession. And I really couldn't recommend it highly enough. It's a great profession.
Anyone contemplating moving from industry and commerce into teaching needs to approach it with a very open mind. There are a lot of similarities, particularly in the way teaching has changed and the way expectations and frameworks within teaching have changed. They're much more akin to business than they used to be. However, it is very different, and you need to have a very open mind and be very willing to be flexible and to adapt and to change and to go with those changes.
Go for it. It's the best thing you will ever do. It will be tiring, it will be hard work, but it is so rewarding, and stick with it. I wouldn't be where I was today if it wasn't for the support of the staff at John Hanson School. I just wouldn't be here, and I'm so grateful for all their encouragement and kindness.